Good morning. Please rise and remain standing for the national anthem, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the invocation. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Good morning. I'm Captain Shane Stafford, the Director of Training for the Tennessee Highway Patrol, and I want to welcome each of you to the graduation ceremony and celebration of Cadet Class 922. This is only the second of its kind in the history of the Highway Patrol where we have hired and graduated troopers who come to us from out of state intentionally. Each of our cadet classes are given the challenge at the very beginning to do their best on day one, to become something greater than themselves. They're challenged to become a Tennessee State Trooper, one of Tennessee's finest. This group of new troopers that sit before us today, they are the individuals that arrived, and they pushed themselves, they pushed one another, and they embraced our training and our values, and together they made it to this moment of celebration. We are all proud to be able to share this moment with them and you, their friends and family. While this class worked tirelessly to achieve their dreams in this intense period of time, we are proud of each of them individually. Thank you again for coming. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you the Colonel of the Highway Patrol, Colonel Matt Perry.
Thanks, Captain. Well, this is a great day. So I said it to the guys yesterday. You know, we're doing something we've we've done it once. It was, the first time we did this kind of hiring was a trial. Now it's kind of a practice. So I told them that they're responsible for ensuring that we get to keep doing this by being fantastic troopers. The great news is what I know about them, without ever having seen their work, is they're all, well, 4 of them I've seen their work. They're fantastic troopers, but the 5 coming from out of state are fantastic officers, fantastic troopers. You bring over 65 years of experience. That's what us doing hiring and having a cadet class like this does. We're putting people to work quickly, I hope not too quickly, but we're training them minimally because they're already trained. They've been with great agencies that do similar things and have similar training and requirements, and so they're ready to go to work, and that's what we need. We want people that are ready to go to work and do the job. We've got Troopers of the Year sitting right here, several drug recognition experts, commercial motor vehicle experts, mobile field force trained troopers, and several MAD Award winners. MAD Award is given to troopers that really go out and work hard to take impaired drivers off the roadway. This is, the 65 years alone is fantastic achievement that y'all bring, the experience, but the level of training you have is years of training that we don't have to, frankly, we don't have to train you. You're ready to go. You're ready to protect the citizens of Tennessee. And so each of you sort of represent the epitome of what it is to be a trooper, what we're trying to do, the change. You've adapted, you've overcome great adversity. Some of you have traveled across the country, some of you have traveled across North America to get here. So it takes a lot to move your families, and certainly families, we appreciate you and the support. This is a little bit of sort of a smaller, we don't do quite as big a ceremony. These are all guys that have graduated. Hopefully most of you have seen that. We're excited to have you, but we're not making sort of a big to-do about this. We want to get you to work. That's the exciting thing for us. That's the greatest thing. You're in this uniform now. We have come a long ways. We're willing to look and be outside the box, try new things. Like I said, we're going to lean on y'all to tell us how this is working. Now I'll go into why you're here and the charge that I sort of put upon you, Commissioner Long certainly, and I know Governor Lee. You've embarked on a career of service in the volunteer state. When you leave here today and every day you don your uniform, remember that service is the heart of what it is to be a Tennessee State Trooper. This job will challenge you. Your mission, your trip to get here has already challenged you. Take you out of your comfort zone. Martin Luther King said, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. Just remember, you've already overcome controversy, challenge to get here. There'll be more, but you're supported. You're supported by this command staff, your captains, the training staff, obviously Commissioner Long, Governor Lee, and Chief Operating Officer Brandon Gibson as well. You've got support. Just like I told you yesterday, you're not better than anyone. You are different. We are different. We hold ourselves accountable in a different way. We're going to hold you accountable, but we'll always be together. We'll stand beside you, do the right thing, keep your integrity intact. We'll always support you. I think some of you have seen that. I know a couple of you were at the funeral this week. We've had a hard time, a challenging time in the Tennessee Highway Patrol in the last week. But if in those times we stand up I can't say enough about the department. I know y'all did your part as well. Everybody responded. Everybody did their job to support Lee Russell, his family. We'll always stand together in those hard times. Upon taking the oath and being pinned a Tennessee Highway Patrolman, you no longer serve yourself. You serve the citizens of the state of Tennessee. You serve and those that travel through our state. I'm going to charge you and challenge you just like Governor Henry Horton did. Go not as lords, but servants of the people. So I always get myself in trouble when I say the next person is our biggest supporter. He is one of our biggest supporters. Thankfully, we're in a fortunate time where we've got a governor, a legislature, a commissioner, a chief operating officer. Everybody is in sync with their support of the Tennessee Highway Patrol. But that being said, Commissioner Long is a lifelong law enforcement officer. Y'all know that. A sheriff, and he's done so many things, but nobody is a bigger advocate. He's not some commissioner that sits in his ivory tower, the 25th floor. He worries every day about you. He is in the weeds fighting over little things to make your job better, to make you safer, and to support you. So I won't, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Commissioner Jeff Long.
Thank you, Colonel, and he told me I owe him, so yes, I do. Good morning. Good to see y'all again, and to the 4 that are returning, welcome back. To the 5 that came from the other states, we're thrilled to have you come to Tennessee. Let me speak to the families just a minute. Many of you moved from many miles away in different states across the United States. Welcome to Tennessee. We're glad to have you, and we're certainly glad to have your loved one among our organization. And we welcome you to the Department of Safety and Homeland Security family, and in particular the Tennessee Highway Patrol. You know what the job is. You've all done it before, so I'm not going to go into the details of the job. You know what you're expecting, and you know what you're going to do. But I do want to remind you about a few things. You will make a difference. You're going to save lives in our state, and for that we'll be indebted to you. Also, we've talked yesterday and a little bit before about what I think is one of the key elements of any organization, and you know that's integrity. I ask you to wear that badge proudly, wear that uniform proudly, because you're representing the current and past employees of the Tennessee Highway Patrol who have worked very, very hard to gain the trust and confidence of our community and our state. And it's up to you to continue that duty and tradition of the predecessors and the current troopers that now wear that uniform. Wear it proudly. Earn the trust of the public. Make sure you're among the finest society has to offer. And welcome to the Tennessee Highway Patrol. It's my honor this morning to get to introduce our keynote speaker. As the Colonel said a few minutes ago, there's not a bigger supporter. She helps us on everything that we need, trying to get budgets, trying to get equipment, trying to get manpower, trying to get everything we can to make your job better and to improve the service that we provide to the citizens of Tennessee. It's my honor this morning to get to introduce to you Chief Operating Officer Judge Brandon Gibson.
Thank you, Commissioner and Colonel. Thanks for correcting yourself that Commissioner Long is not the only biggest supporter. We'll all share the superlative there. So you heard Colonel Perry disagree with me yesterday. Now's my turn to disagree with him. Hopefully I'll get the last word. Colonel Perry said we're not making as big a to-do about this as we do other graduations. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. This matters. It matters in a lot of ways. One, we are so thrilled that all of you are joining the Tennessee Highway Patrol family or rejoining the Tennessee Highway Patrol family. More importantly, though, your class, being the second class of lateral hires and out-of-state hires, demonstrates that government can learn lessons and government can do things in a different way. And so I applaud the Department of Safety and Homeland Security and the Highway Patrol in thinking about ways we can do training differently. I think all of you are probably grateful that you only had 5 weeks of training as opposed to the full cadet class, and I suspect your families are grateful for that as well. The governor really wishes he could have been here today. He makes a practice of trying to be the keynote speaker for every THP graduation, and but he's unavailable to be here today because of some health challenges that the First Lady is having, but he sends his best wishes and looks forward to all of you officially joining the ranks and joining the Department of Safety. He is the biggest supporter of the Tennessee Highway Patrol. The level of funding and the dedication that's been shown to the Highway Patrol over the last 3.5 years is unmatched. So I think it's probably safe to say that both the Commissioner and I would cede that designation to him. It's well deserved. Thank you for bringing your level of professionalism to the profession, the law enforcement profession as a whole, but also to the THP. We have very high expectations for professionalism from troopers, and I have no doubt that all of you will meet and exceed those expectations. I want to talk just a minute about public service as a sacrifice. It is a sacrifice to serve the public in the way that we do. It's a sacrifice for each of you. It's also a sacrifice for all the family members. And I just want to say, I want to echo what Commissioner Long said, that we appreciate so much the family members who send your men to work every day and help them dedicate their lives to the public safety of the people of the state of Tennessee. It's no small task for you to support these troopers this way, for you to support the state this way. I have to admit, I've sat up here and I've listened with a lot of joy at the sound of children in the audience. I'm guessing they belong to some of you. That sound is a reminder of why we do what we do. We do it for our spouses and our parents and our colleagues, but ultimately, we're here to serve the next generation. And the fact that they are here, making some noise and being part of this is an important reminder to all of us that we do this work for a reason, and it's for those children. So please don't forget that, and remember that you are the very best of the best, and you are you have the opportunity to demonstrate to a next generation why the profession of law enforcement is so important. So we have high expectations for each of you, and know that you will meet and exceed those expectations and continue to be great recruiters for the Tennessee Highway Patrol, as well as great ambassadors for the state of Tennessee as a whole. Congratulations and thank you.
All right, it's my honor at this time to get to make this official. Troopers, if you will stand up, raise your right hand and repeat after me, please. I, and state your name, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of Tennessee and the Constitution of the United States, and will well and faithfully perform the duties imposed upon me as a member of the Tennessee Highway Patrol to the best of my ability, that I will serve the state of Tennessee honestly and faithfully, and will obey the orders of the officers and officials placed over me according to law. Congratulations and welcome to THP.
Thank you. At this time, we will now begin the pinning ceremony. Trooper Kyle Bennett, Davidson County. Trooper Russell Bernard, Dixon County. Trooper Brian Glenn, Montgomery County. Trooper Dustin Jones, Perry County. Trooper Matthew McCord, Giles County. Trooper Ian Rohrball, Knox County. Trooper Philip Van Gessel, Hickman County. Trooper Randy Vigas, Hickman County. Trooper Kyle Wilking, Greene County. Cadet Class 922, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, guests, I present to you Trooper Class 922.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please join me in the word of prayer. Heavenly Father, we bow before you once again. We thank you for the opportunity to be here. I thank you for each and every new trooper, Lord, that's going out on the roadway. I pray that you place your hand of protection upon them. Lord, as we make traffic stops, as we travel to and from, Lord, we're in a car 8, 10, 12 hours. I did pray that you would keep us safe, bring us home safely to our families. Lord, I pray for our families. I thank you so much for them. I pray that you would strengthen them and comfort them, Lord, as we continue to training and go out to work. Lord, we couldn't have done it without them. Thank you for their sacrifice. I thank you for each and every trooper here, Lord, that we've had the opportunity to spend time with for the last 5 weeks. Lord, great guys, and we appreciate the opportunity. Lord, now I ask that you would go with us as we leave this place. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our service for the day. We appreciate your presence, appreciate your support. We could not be here and do this without you. Thank you again for your time, your attention, and your dedication to your family and to the Highway Patrol, to the state of Tennessee. Please feel free to linger around, take some pictures if you like, visit with staff, command staff, obviously your new troopers. We'll be glad to spend some time with you. Thank you very much and have a great day.